Of Christmases Long, Long Ago is my new book arriving for the 2025 Christmas season. Find out what Christmas was like centuries ago. Sneak preview, it was weird and spooky and rowdy, kind of gross sometimes. Find it wherever books are sold in hardcover from Lions Press and audiobook from Recorded Books. It's Christmas as you've never seen it before, and it makes a great gift. Hey, it's Brian, back with one of the few remaining pre-season episodes for 2022. That's because, if you're listening in real time, Thanksgiving is a week from Thursday, and Thanksgiving is when we kick off another official season of Christmas Past. Today we're continuing what's become a little tradition here on the show. It's a game of Christmas trivia where you have to spot the lie. Two Truths and a Lie is like a multiple choice quiz, but backward. You need to identify the incorrect option. For several seasons, I've hosted this game where I'm joined by fellow Christmas podcasters and we quiz each other. This time, it's different. Todd Killian, host of Christmas Clatter, joins me today where we play Quizmaster to two guest players, Laura from New Jersey and Ashley from Canada. Of course, there's one more player, you. Put your Christmas spirit and lie detection skills to the test as we play this special edition of Two Truths and a Lie. I'll be back at the end to wrap up, but for now, enjoy. Hello and welcome everybody from Christmas Past headquarters. It's yours truly, Brian Earl, and today I am back for an annual tradition here on Christmas Past. It's the game where you have to test your Christmas spirit and your lie detection skills. Yes, it's that game of Two Truths and a Lie. Today I am joined by Todd Killian from Christmas Clatter and two very special guests. We have Laura and Ashley. Todd, thanks for being here.
Hey, welcome. I'm glad to be here. Glad to do this game again. I've been itching to be back.
Well, what we're going to do is play this game in two rounds. For each round, each player will be asked 7 questions. Again, these are multiple choice questions, but instead of trying to find the correct answer, you're trying to find the incorrect answer. Every round or each of us will be quizzing each of the players on one of 4 decades, the 1940s, the 1950s, the 1960s, and the 1970s. Now, don't worry if you didn't experience those decades yourself. The point is more to test your lie detection skills as much as you're testing your own knowledge of Christmas history and your own Christmas spirit. In round 1, I will be quizzing Laura, and Todd will be quizzing Ashley. I'll be asking Laura questions all about the 1940s, including this first question. Laura, spot the lie. It has to do with White Christmas. It's the quintessential American Christmas song written in 1942 by Irving Berlin. Here are your 3 statements. Which of them is false? Is it A, Michael Bolton released a cover of the song as part of a non-holiday album? Is it B, originally Irving Berlin approached crooner Don Cornell to sing the song? Or is it C, Bing Crosby recorded the classic version released on Decca Records in just 18 minutes?
Wow. Those are pretty tough for me because I don't know who some of those people are. But let me think. So Bing Crosby in 18 minutes, you said, right?
Right.
Michael Bolton on a non-Christmas album. And what was the middle one?
Middle one was originally Irving Berlin approached a different singer, Don Cornell, to sing the song.
I think I'm going to guess Michael Bolton is the lie.
I'm afraid that is true. It was B, that originally Irving Berlin approached Don Cornell. And it's useful to pause here and point out a couple of things that in these questions, when something is true, it's completely true. And when it's false, it's completely false. It's not like we took something that was true and changed one detail to try to catch you out, right? So that one about B, I totally made up. Michael Bolton did release a version of White Christmas on it was just like a greatest hit or a great songs of all time kind of album. So it was non-Christmassy, but it did include White Christmas. Okay.
All right.
And over to you, Todd, with a question for Ashley about the 1950s.
Yes, Ashley, the 1950s. And we start off in one of my favorite areas of Christmas, and that is the toys. Mr. Potato Head was the first breakout toy of the 1950s. A, the original Mr. Potato Head did not include a potato body. Consumers provided their own potatoes to stick various pieces into them. By 1953, Mr. Potato Head had sparked spin-off toys such as Mr. Tomato Head and Lettuce Head Larry. And C, Mr. Potato Head became the first toy to advertise on television.
Well, I don't have a lot of instincts with that. I do know that Mr. Potato Head is still big even now to this day. But I'm going to go with B.
B, that he sparked spin-off toys such as Mr. Tomato Head and Lettuce Head Larry.
Lettuce Larry.
That would be correct. Slow on the draw a while ago. I think the internet kind of got to us. So.
And just to be clear, it's correct that is an incorrect statement.
Yes.
Yes.
Ashley is correct that is a lie.
You identified the lie. I think I'll start using that phrase. You identified the lie. So,
well, that is 1 point for Ashley. Yeah. And Laura, here's your chance to catch up with question number 2, again about the 1940s. It's a Wonderful Life is a classic Christmas movie from 1946. Which of these statements is the lie? Is it A, the movie broke box office records when it was released? Is it B, Jimmy Stewart almost didn't take the role because he was still adjusting to having returned home from World War II? Or is it C, that the fictional town of Bedford Falls, where the movie takes place, is supposed to be in New York?
For some reason, I want to say it is. I don't remembering that it wasn't a big hit came out, or if I'm making that up, but I say the lie is A.
You are correct. It was not a big hit when it came out. In fact, not quite a flop, but pretty disappointing. I think RKO, which was the studio that made it, lost some money on it. So we're tied up. Okay. This is exciting. 1-1. The heat is on.
That was a very tricky one, I must say. That was very tricky.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one there, Brian. Definitely.
That was good. I'm still laughing to myself about Mr. Lettuce Head.
Lettuce Head Larry?
Oh, yeah. Lettuce
Love it.
Larry.
Love it.
Good alliteration always makes you smile. So. All right. You ready, Ashley?
I'm ready.
All right. 1958's Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree has become a Christmas classic. A, Brenda Lee recorded the song when she was only 12 years old. B, it was written by Johnny Marks, who previously penned Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Holly Jolly Christmas. And C, Brenda Lee was offered this song only after stars like Elvis, Chuck Berry, and Ricky Nelson passed, claiming it was too rockabilly.
I don't know. I have a hard time thinking that Elvis would have called something rockabilly, but because he would have made anything work. I'm gonna say the lie was B.
The lie was B, that Johnny Marks previously penned Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Holly Jolly Christmas.
Yes.
Sorry.
Ah.
Oh, nice.
The lie was that Brenda Lee was offered the song after it was passed on by Elvis, Chuck Berry, and Ricky Nelson. She was actually, Johnny Marks actually pursued her immediately, which really kind of confused her because she was really a fledgling artist at the time and didn't know why he wanted her to sing it so bad.
Interesting.
How crazy! How much older than 12 was she?
Yeah. Realized she was 12 years old. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, this is another music question, again, from the 1940s for you, Laura. Okay. Many of our best Christmas songs were written in the 1940s. Then again, a lot of Christmas songs were written in the 1940s, and they weren't all gems, including which one of, or two of these are real, one of them is fake. Was it If It Doesn't Snow on Christmas, a song that wonders how Santa will use his sleigh on a snowless Christmas? Is it B, Wrong Way Reindeer, which tells the story of Lefty, a directionally challenged reindeer on Santa's team? Or is it C, Willie Claus, which tells the story of Santa's son Willie filling in one Christmas when Santa had a cold?
Okay. I feel like, I don't know. I don't think that Santa's son's name would be Willie. if someone were to write that song. So I'm going to have to say that Willie Claus is the lie.
I'm sorry, that is actually a real song sung by the Despoto sisters or Despoto. I don't know how to pronounce it. Not a very good song, by the way, but you can find it on YouTube. The lie was
I'm
Wrong
definitely
Way
YouTubing it.
Reindeer.
Now that
B
sounded
was
really
the lie.
legit to me. Wrong way,
Mm.
reindeer. That
Still one.
Ashley has 2 and Laura has 1. Is that right?
No,
1 and 1.
one and
No?
one.
Oh, it's 1 and 1? Okay,
Yeah,
thanks.
yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
horrible at
we're
keeping score.
tied.
Listen to previous 2 truths and a lies, and I am horrible at keeping score. So thank
Yeah,
you guys.
we try to keep it in our head while we're trying to keep straight everything, and it kind of.
No, I'm actually writing it down, and I'm still not doing
Yeah.
a good job.
Well, I always tried it in my head. Failed miserably each time. So.
And just so you know, Laura, if I'm not first, I'm last. I'm very competitive. So I see a 1-1 on the scoreboard. It makes me as I'm eager, you know?
I'm also pretty competitive, but I'm not going to pretend that I know very much about the 40s through the 70s. If you could have given me 90s, I think I would have been all over that.
Funny. All right, Ashley, we're going to jump into Christmas movies from the 1950s here. And there was a movie called Santa Claus, sometimes known as Santa Claus versus the Devil. It's a Mexican fantasy film from 1959. So, A, the film was slated for an American remake in the 1970s starring Charlton Heston as Santa Claus. B, in the film, Merlin the Wizard, Santa's most trusted assistant, gives Santa a sleep-inducing power and a flower that allows him to disappear. Or C, the movie became a cult classic after appearing on a 1993 episode of Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Can't ever say that I've heard of this movie at all. It is very, very unfamiliar to me. The way that you said the last one about it being a cult classic and the fact that I have never heard of it is slightly suspicious. I'm gonna go with C.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Oh no, I hit the wrong button.
Oh.
I might have to
Insult
ditch
to
the
injury
sounds.
there. My
Yeah,
gosh.
Jeez.
I might have to ditch the sound effects. I can't. I'm not. No, it's some have deemed it a cult classic, and so I just took their word for it. It's one I've heard of. It's one that's definitely crazy and worth seeing just because of it's just a crazy mess. You know, it's got Merlin in it, and it's got this demon named Pitch and all kinds of weirdness. It's like I could have wrote all the things from the movie, and they all could have seemed like a lie. But the lie actually is. It was never slated for a remake in the 1970s with Charlton Heston as Santa Claus.
See, the 70s were kind of a wild ride, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought maybe it would have been.
Yeah, I just had in my mind's eye Charlton Heston's Moses from the movie being basically Santa Claus, versus the devil kind of thing. So
yeah.
Still 1-1. Here's your chance to break into the lead with this question about the Slinky, which was one of the top-selling Christmas toys in 1945. Which of these is the lie? Is it A, initially it wasn't a big seller, but after a public demonstration at Gimbel's in Philadelphia, it sold out within hours and became a sensation? Is it B, the Slinky got its own postage stamp in 1999? Or is it C, a rival toy maker sued Richard James, the creator of the Slinky, for infringing on his toy, the Slinker?
I think that I'm gonna have to go with the Slinker. I don't really have a good reason for it. I can see it being on a postage stamp because they do a lot of fun toys and things on stamps. So I think that the Slinker is the lie.
And you are correct. There is no Slinker that I'm aware of, anyway. So that is 2 points for you. I kind of couldn't believe it got its own postage stamp. I looked it up. It's a Slinky on a postage stamp. Yeah,
that's a lot of fun. Yeah, I guess I'm thinking if there was really a toy called the Slinker, then he probably would have had a reason to sue him for naming his own toy a Slinky.
Yeah.
All right, Ashley. We Christmas Day Christmas Day 1950. That specific day had some exciting events take place. A, it was the first Disney TV special 1 Hour in Wonderland, airing on NBC, sponsored by Coca-Cola. The Cleveland Browns beat the Los Angeles Rams 30-26 in the NFL championship game. Or C, Bill Haley and his Comets played together for the first time.
Oh, God. I'm a hockey girl. I don't know any other sports. The first one sounds like it's true, so I'm gonna keep that one. And I'm gonna debate the other two. Did you say something about the Browns? The second one.
The Cleveland Browns beat the Los Angeles Rams 30-28 in the NFL championship game.
Okay, that sounds slightly true. I'm gonna pick out the lie as C.
C, for Bill Haley and his Comets played together for the first time. That is the lie.
Oh, thank God.
Yes.
Nice.
You identified the lie. So.
All right, Laura, back over to you. We're talking about Miracle on 34th Street. I forget what year that came out, but definitely the 1940s. Which of these is the false statement? Is it A, Edmund Gwynn gained 30 pounds for his role as Kris Kringle? Is it B, Natalie Wood never saw the completed film during her lifetime? Or is it C, the Legion of Decency publicly objected to the film's portrayal of Maureen O'Hara's character as a divorcee?
Okay, I can definitely see that last one about the divorcee character being true, for the time. I think I'm gonna say the first one, that he had gained, what did you say, 40 pounds
30
to
pounds,
play.
yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna say that's the lie.
That is not the lie. It was the middle one, that Natalie Wood never saw the film. Of course she did.
Okay.
Edmund Gwynn, if you look at that, he's not an especially large Santa. I mean, I wonder what he looked like before he put on weight for the role, because he's,
Yeah, that's what I was
but
thinking. I didn't remember him being very large, but all right.
well, apparently he
Still in
needed to
it.
do it.
All right. Ashley, the 1950s saw its share of banned Christmas songs. So which of these were actually banned? Described as a mockery of decent human life, as well as Christ's birthday, the West Virginia Broadcasting Company prohibited its radio stations from playing I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus in 1953. Fears of demanding children coaxing their parents into purchasing wild animals saw California Department of Game and Wildlife stopping the broadcast of I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas. And Eartha Kitt's Santa Baby was not played on the radio because it was deemed too sexy, and political officials expressed concerns after Kitt performed for a dinner in front of the King and Queen of Greece in November of 1953.
I'm thinking that the Santa Baby is a true one, only because I know it's also getting scrutinized nowadays. So I could see it maybe being scrutinized back then. So that's a truth, I think, in my head. I want to say that B.
B, you have identified the lie.
Oh, thank God.
So,
That sounded so far-fetched. I mean,
well, it was California, So.
That's actually one of those novelty songs that I don't mind at all.
Yeah.
I think,
yes.
I don't know, my wife hates it, but I don't know. I think it's cute, actually.
Yeah.
It's a good song.
I also love it. And the kids love it too.
Yeah.
Okay, well, here's another question for you, Ashley. And I'm sorry, not Ashley, Laura. And about another song, it's Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas, which was a song written for the 1943 movie Meet Me in St. Louis, and originally sung by Judy Garland. Which of these is the lie? Is it A, the Ramones released a cover version of the song as a single in 1982? Is it B, the stars and director of Meet Me in St. Louis said that the original lyrics were too depressing and demanded that they be rewritten? Or was it C, the line, hang a shining star upon the highest bough, replaced the original until then we'll have to muddle through somehow at the request of Frank Sinatra?
Okay. I'm pretty sure that I have heard that B is true. It may have even been on one of your episodes. So the last one would be that the line was changed. I don't know. I thought that I thought both of those lines were in the song, unless I've just heard two different versions of the song. Um, I'm going to go with A as the lie.
Yes, that the Ramones did not release a cover of the song. As far as I know, they only released that one Christmas song. I think it's called like "Merry Christmas, I Don't Want to Fight" in 1979. So anyway, yeah, the original version of the song. This is, remember, written during World War II, and a lot of those 1940s World War II songs have to do with like, I'll be home for Christmas. I'm sad that I'm not. I'm
Right.
nostalgic for those Christmases of yesteryear. And so the original set of lyrics were "Have yourself a merry little Christmas. It may be your last," and then
Oh,
on and on from there.
Mhm.
And so the stars are like, yeah, no, right? Like, it needs to be changed to something like "Let your heart be light." But then the final that in the final verse, the line "Until then we'll have to muddle through somehow," it was the original version. That's the one that Judy Garland sang, and that's, you can find many recorded versions of it. But then when Frank Sinatra recorded the song, he was just like, yeah, no, that's not, hip and jazzy enough for me. Let's rewrite it. So he went to the songwriter and asked him to change it to the "Shining Star Upon the Highest Bough."
Yeah,
oh, interesting. So they were never actually in the song at the same time together? They're just
No,
two different
nope,
versions.
they're two different
Yeah.
recordings. Yeah.
There's a couple of artists that have both lines in there.
Mhm.
Oh, really?
I think
Did they add a
Christina
second
Aguilera
verse?
has one. Yeah, they just kind of. It's like the first time through, it's the muddle, and then like the ends the song with the highest bow kind of thing. I
Yeah.
want to say Christina Aguilera's version, but don't quote me on that. So,
It's so random.
One of my favorite versions of that song is from the Muppet Christmas album, where John Denver
yeah.
does a duet with Rolf Dog,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and they do the "Shining Star Upon the Highest Bough" in that one.
Yeah.
Over to you, Todd.
All right. Ashley, Christmas Day throughout the 1950s became the birthday for many celebrities. So, which of these celebrities did not have a birthday on Christmas Day? Baseball Hall of Famer Ricky Henderson, Christmas Day, 1958. The Eurythmics singer Annie Lennox, Christmas Day, 1954. Or famed television actor Otis Hillenbrook, Christmas Day, 1955.
I'm not sure. The only person that I know is Annie Lennox. I'm gonna go with her. So that's my answer.
You think she did not have the birthday on Christmas
She
Day?
did not have the birthday. Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. That is a truthful statement. The lie is famed television actor Otis Hillenbrook, a completely made up name that did not
Oh,
actually
gosh.
exist at all. So,
No wonder I hadn't heard of this person.
Yeah. That's fair. You haven't heard of
Yes.
2/3 of them then.
Okay, this is exciting because this is the last question for round one. We're tied. So,
We're
Laura,
tied.
this is your chance to end this round ahead or not. So let's find out. We're going to be
Okay.
talking things that happened on Christmas Day during the 1940s. One of these is not true. Was it A, that W.C. Fields died on Christmas Day of 1946? Was it B, that White Christmas was certified double platinum on Christmas Day of 1944? Or was it C, Cary Grant got married to Betsy Black on Christmas Day of 1949?
Well, I'm gonna have to just take a total blind guess on that. I think I'm gonna guess that White Christmas did not get the double platinum on Christmas Day. That might be too
That is
on the nose.
That is correct. That is false. So like,
Oh,
yes, you get a point.
all right, Ashley. Let's see if we can pull into a tie going into to halftime here.
All right.
All right. One of the toy fads that kids wanted for Christmas was the hula hoop, and it burned the hottest and fastest of all the toys fads. So, which is these is the lie?
Okay.
It was originally an Australian exercise ring. 25 million hula hoops were sold over Christmas 1958. Or C, it was first marketed as a dog toy in the U.S.
Well, I know that it at one point was very, very exciting. That the toy was very exciting. I can imagine it would probably be around 1958. I think you said.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go with that one as a true. The one thing that I'm debating about is the last one, because not really sure how that could be a good dog toy other than maybe to use as like a jump. So I'm going to go with C as the lie.
You have identified the lie.
Woo!
Wow.
Yeah,
All tied up still.
I thought maybe
Oh.
that would throw somebody because the Koosh was originally a dog toy, and so I thought that
Was it?
yeah,
Oh.
and
Wasn't
so,
the Koosh rubber?
yeah,
Dog would chew right through that thing.
yeah, it didn't work out well. So
We ready for round 2?
I think so.
Ready to go.
All right. So we're moving forward in time. The questions will be about the 1960s and the 1970s. And again, this time we are swapping. So I'll be asking Ashley questions and Todd will be asking Laura questions. And since I went first in the first round, Todd will go first in this round with this question.
all right, Laura, we are moving to the 1970s, and we're going to start off with toys again because I just found them wildly fascinating, especially the ones big at Christmas. So let's start off with the Big Wheel toy became increasingly popular in the 1970s and was a staple around the Christmas tree. It was so popular because they were safer than traditional tricycles. They taught a generation of children motor skills, or C, the manufacturer Giant came out with training wheels or to compete with tricycle sales.
Okay, so 2 of those are true. Let me think. Do you mind repeating them? Sorry.
All right. All right. They were safer than traditional tricycles. They taught a generation of children motor skills, and the bicycle manufacturer Giant came out with training wheels to compete with big wheel sales.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go with teaching the motor skills being the lie, just because I don't know, it doesn't seem very Christmassy, but I think that's the lie.
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
The lie
Now I'm
is
interested.
Giant coming out with training wheels to compete with
oh,
tricycle sales.
that sounded really legit.
Yes. That was a tricky one.
Okay, Ashley, here's a question for you about the 1960s. It has to do with A Charlie Brown Christmas, which came out in 1965. Spot the lie among these 3 statements. Is it A, the studio produced a version of the special that includes a laugh track? Is it B, the special's producer also wrote the lyrics to Vince Guaraldi's Christmas Time Is Here? Or is it C, in an early version of the script, Snoopy has a spoken line?
I know that B is true. So I'm not going to say it's B. Sorry, I don't know. I'm almost positive that B is true.
See, that is, yes, you're correct that is the lie.
Yes. Yay.
That there is no version where Snoopy has a spoken line. Yes, Bob Mendelsohn was the producer and wrote the lyrics to Vince Guaraldi's music. And
Yes.
there was when this version came out, the original cartoon, the studio was like, why is there no laugh track? Like every kid's cartoon has a laugh track. So there was a version of it that did have one. And I was thinking back through the episode, it's like, when would you have heard the laugh track?
I don't
Like
know
when
when it
Charlie
would
Brown's like,
fit.
thanks for the Christmas card you sent me, Violet. Like, is that when you would? I honestly can't tell when you were supposed to hear a laugh in that. I would love to hear that version.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that would be real interesting. Probably be a little awkward.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, Laura, I hope you know movies, because we're going to jump it back into Christmas movies from the 1970s. And specifically Black Christmas, which was released in 1974, which is a slasher film that actually sparked inspiration for 1978's Halloween. So which of these is the lie about Black Christmas? When released in the U.S., Warner Brothers changed the name to Silent Night, Evil Night, but quickly changed it back. The television premiere was set to release as Stranger in the House, but was canceled due to a double murder at a sorority house 2 weeks prior. Or C, The movie was initially slated to release the day before Halloween, but was pushed to December due to filming delays.
Okay, I've never heard of Black Christmas, I'll be honest. But um, well, I don't see why it would be slated to release before Halloween if it was a Christmas movie. So I think I'm going to say that that is the lie, the third one.
You have me figured out. You identified the lie.
Great.
Yeah, Black Christmas past couple years has gotten more notoriety. There was a Blumhouse remake of the movie, and I think there was a remake several years ago, but it's kind of been pulled up from kind of obscurity because of its ties to John Carpenter really loving the movie and people wanting to remake Christmas slasher movies for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Talking about warmer and fuzzier things,
Yes.
Ashley, in this question
Thank
about
you.
the Easy Bake Oven came out in 1963 and quickly became the must-have gift that Christmas. Which of these is the false statement about the Easy Bake Oven? Was it A, that it was one of the first examples of TV product placement when an oven appeared in an episode of The Donna Reed Show? Was it B, in 1963 it sold for the equivalent of about $125 in today's money? Or was it C, the original name was the Safety Bake Oven, but regulators shot that down because the product did not yet have a track record of safety?
Ooh. Um, well, as a 90s kid, I also thoroughly enjoyed the Easy Bake Oven. So thank you, whoever made them.
Same.
But I can see the safety thing being an issue. I can see them being definitely a concern because kids with hot stuff just don't match up. So I'm going to say that might be true. It's showing up on the Donna Reed show. I think that may have been true. So B?
I'm afraid it was A, was the lie. The thing about it showing up on the Donna Reed show, yeah, it was a really expensive present for the time. It sold for $15, but in today's money, that's about $125.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well. All righty. Wonderful Christmas Time is a Christmas song by the great Paul McCartney. So, which of these is the lie about the song? It was Paul McCartney's first solo single in over 8 years since Eat at Home in 1971. It was very popular despite being regarded as one of McCartney's weaker compositions by some music critics. Some churches protested the song due to some of the lyrics being interpreted as practicing witchcraft.
Oh, geez. I'm trying to think of what the lyrics are that could have been about witchcraft.
It's the moon is high, spirits right.
Oh, okay. Let me think. I don't really know a whole lot about the timing and um I'm gonna say maybe A is the lie.
Oh, I am sorry.
Uh,
A is true. The lie is churches protesting the song because of lyrics interpreted as witchcraft.
yeah,
That's just been a
but
meme that's come up lately. People poking fun at it.
yeah.
It's not true.
That
I
seems
feel like it's plausible.
seem like
You know,
something could have happened. Yes, very plausible.
All right, Ashley, let's see how you do with this question about How the Grinch Stole Christmas, which debuted in 1966. Spot the lie among these three statements. Was it A, only one actor is acknowledged in the special's closing credits? Is it B, in the original poem, the Grinch lives 3,000 feet up Mount Crumpet, but in the special it's actually 10,000 feet? Or is it C, Dr. Seuss hired Tony Asher, a writer best known for writing the lyrics for the Beach Boys album Pet Sounds, to write lyrics for many of the songs in the special?
Wow. These are very interesting questions. I think that the part about the distance, for some reason that is coming to me as a truth. So I'm gonna kick
Mhm.
that one to the curb. And not really sure about the Tony Asher thing, but I can imagine that you would need some help creating the songs that came out of The Grinch. So I feel like that's the truth. So, I can't remember which one, if it was A or B. The one that wasn't about the distance, but
The one about only one actor getting credit?
yes, yes,
You think that's the lie?
that is a lie. Yes.
No, actually, that's true. Only Boris Karloff receives credit, even though, Thurl Ravenscroft, who better known as the voice of Tony Tiger, among others, sings the
Yes.
song "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch."
Yeah.
And it was actually for C. It was Dr. Seuss actually wrote all the lyrics to all the songs. No one else wrote lyrics.
Wow. Okay.
That's cool.
Interesting. That is really
Tony
cool.
Asher was the Beach Boys as lyricists, but that's just a totally unrelated fact.
Okay.
Wasn't a completely made up name.
No.
All right, Laura. Let's talk about Rock'em Sock'em Robots, wildly popular in the 1970s and a must-have game, especially for boys. So which of these is the lie? The packaging and characters were updated in 1977 to give them a more outer space feel due to the release of Star Wars. The toy was available in the UK, sold under the name Raving Bonkers. Or C, the original colors of the robots were red and blue, which were thought to secretly represent the two colors of the Republican and Democratic parties.
Okay, and you said that the lie would be totally, uh, totally a lie, not like
Yeah,
really red and blue for a totally other reason. I thought that they were originally red and blue. I think I'm going to go with the UK having a product called something bonkers. I think that's the lie.
I'm sorry. That is actually true. They were called the Raving Bonkers in the UK. The original colors being red and blue, they didn't become red and blue till later on, and it had nothing to do with political parties.
All right, Ashley, here's another question for you from the 1960s. These are events that happened on Christmas Day, or should I say two of them are, and one of them is not. So which one is the false statement? Is it A, Disney released The Sword in the Stone on Christmas Day of 1963? B, the Gilligan's Island Christmas Variety Hour aired for the first and only time on Christmas Day of 1966? Or C, the Beatles released Day Tripper on Christmas Day of 1965?
I think I remember Disney releasing the movie on Christmas Day, so I'm gonna toss that one. I have a feeling it is the Gilligan's Island.
Correct. That is the false statement.
Oh, thank God.
There never was any such variety show, although many like it did
Yeah.
exist during the 60s and 70s.
Ashley is in the lead, 6-5. So let's see if you can figure this one out, Laura. And we are staying on the toy theme for the 1970s because the hottest toy to close out the 70s was the Atari video game console, which was originally released in 1977 by the North American game manufacturer Atari. So which one of these is the lie? The system was originally called At Arcade, but it was often spoken over quickly by co-founder Nolan Bushnell and misheard as Atari, so the name was later changed. The original price was a staggering $199, which would be the equivalent of $920 in 2022. Atari's co-founder Nolan Bushnell went on to start Chuck E. Cheese Time Theater Pizzeria.
I feel like I'm going to have to say it's B because that's a crazy amount of money, like the equivalent of, you said, over $900 today for a video game console, even though I know it was, the original. I just don't feel like people would have been able to afford it. So that's the lie.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was $199, which in today's money is the equivalent of $920. The lie is the original name being At Arcade.
Okay, Ashley, question for you about A Christmas Gift for You from Phil Spector. That is the full name of the hugely successful album from 1963, featuring songs from the Ronettes and Darlene Love, among others. So, Christmas, Baby Please Come Home is from that album and a bunch of others too. Here are 3 statements about that song. One of them is false. Which one is it? Is it A, the album was originally released as A Christmas Gift from Phil's Records? Is it B, Beach Boys mastermind Brian Wilson attempted to contribute his piano playing to Santa Claus is Coming to Town, but he was rejected due to his low performing ability? Or was it C, the track The Bells of St. Mary features uncredited backup vocals from Tina Turner?
I find the last one about Tina Turner, that is very interesting. It seems very legitimate. So I'm going to put that one off. And I'm debating now between the Phil's record and could you repeat the middle one by any chance?
Yep. Beach Boys mastermind Brian Wilson attempted to contribute his piano playing to Santa Claus is Coming to Town, but was rejected due to low performing ability.
I'm going to say A.
Nope, A is actually true. It was originally released as Christmas Gift from Phil's Records. It was the Tina Turner thing. Yes, that's my second reference to the Beach Boys in this. You can tell I'm very hugely into the Beach Boys. I took Dash to see Brian Wilson in concert this summer.
All right, Laura, we are going to stick with music as well. A promotional video of Elton John's Step Into Christmas aired on the Gilbert O'Sullivan Welcome to My Show in 1973. So which of these is the lie about Step Into Christmas? The single reached the number 1 on the Billboard Christmas single charts. AFI forced Elton to record the song to fulfill a contractual obligation to the studio. Or C, the song Ho Ho Ho, Who'd Be a Turkey at Christmas was released on the B-side of the album.
I can't decide if Ho Ho Ho, Who'd Be a Turkey at Christmas is so absurd that you made it up or that it's true. I think I'm going to have to go with that as the lie, because if I don't, and it is, I'll kick myself. So I don't think that Ho Ho Ho, Who's a Turkey for Christmas is a real song.
I'm so sorry.
No way. No way.
The B-side song of Step Into Christmas.
Oh my gosh. Is it really?
Yes, it is. And it's interesting if you ever want to listen to it. But the lie is AFI forced Elton to record the song. Elton and his writing partner Bernie wrote the song. AFI is just a made-up acronym for a studio. So
I was almost going to ask you what AFI was. I should have.
Okay, Ashley, here is, and so just to check in on score and where we are in the game, Ashley is 1 point ahead of Laura, 6-5, and you each have 2 more questions in this round and for the game. Ashley, this question is about the aluminum Christmas tree, which, to be fair, were from the 50s. They were created in 1958, but they were at the peak of their popularity during the 1960s. Here are 3 statements about the aluminum Christmas tree. One of them is false. Which one is it? Is it A, the first prototypes for aluminum Christmas trees were produced using aluminum recycled from old turkey roasters? Is it B, the concept is technically older than the first commercially available trees of the late 50s, because in 1937, an issue of Popular Science suggested spraying real trees with aluminum paint? Or is it C, you can't put light on an aluminum Christmas tree because the lights would cause a short circuit? Because the aluminum would cause a short circuit.
Now, I'll be honest with you. All 3 of these sound very legitimate, so I'll give that one to you. I just think that it's something that I can see them doing back then is spraying or trying to spray an old tree with aluminum. So that might be a truth. And I'm kind of leaning on the fact that the first prototype was used by old turkey roaster tins. The last one, I don't even want to say anything because my partner is an electrician, and if I say the wrong thing, I swear I will never live it down. So I'm gonna go with A, old turkey roaster stuff.
You think that's the fake one?
I think that's the fake one. Yes.
And you are correct. That is
Oh
totally
my God! Thank
true.
God.
And yeah, it's not technically an aluminum Christmas tree, but they actually recommended using an insect spray gun to put aluminum paint in and spray paint the Christmas tree with. But the thing about the lights is totally
Jesus.
why they have that color wheel, because you could not put Christmas lights on a metal tree. That would just be a horrible idea.
Wow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ashley has taken a commanding lead.
Yes. All right. Well, we'll do these last couple here just to see if we can close that gap down, Laura, to just a single point instead of two.
How to redeem myself a little bit.
Yes. So we are going to 1974. Rankin Bass's The Year Without a Santa Claus broadcasts on December the 10th. So which one of these is the lie about The Year Without Santa Claus? The Heat Miser and Snow Miser were inspired by the comedy duo Laurel and Hardy. The story was based on a book of the same name by Phyllis McGinley in 1956. Or C, Mickey Rooney was cast as Santa Claus and went on to be included in the International Santa Claus Hall of Fame in 2012.
That is okay. The Laurel and Hardy, I could definitely see that for Heat Miser, Snow Miser. I don't remember who played Santa. That's terrible. What was the middle one you said? It was
the story was based on a book by the same name written by Phyllis McGinley in 1956.
I think I'm going to go with Mickey Rooney is the lie. Is that wrong?
We didn't finish very strong on this one, Laura.
Oh.
The lie was actually Heat Miser, Snow Miser being inspired by
Really?
Laurel and Hardy.
Oh, were they inspired by anyone?
No, not really.
Okay.
No one I could find.
Darn.
Anyway. No one I could find. Maybe in the studio they said something that wasn't recorded, but nothing I could find that Google would tell me. So,
all right.
All right.
That was...
So all that's left to do is determine how large of a lead Ashley's going to win this game with.
Oh, jeez.
With this final question, having to do with the stop-motion Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, which debuted in 1964. Which of these is the false statement? Is it A, in a 1979 airing of the special, the We Are Santa's Elves number was cut out and it was never explained why? Is it B, there was a typo in the Roman numerals showing the copyright year in the title screen? It mistakenly indicated that the special was copyrighted in the year 1164. Or was it C, Billy Mae Dinsmore, who voiced the character of Rudolph, would later be the voice behind Blanche, the Wicked Witch, in the 1986 cartoon special, The Glow Friends Save Christmas?
Okay. For some reason, I have this feeling that it's been chatted about before that the We Are Santa's Elves were removed. So I'm going to push that to the side. The Roman numerals thing, I have a feeling that might it sounds like it could be real, but no, I'm going to go with B being a lie.
No, B was totally true. Yeah, and I don't know I can't off the top of my head tell you what the Roman numerals were, but they mistakenly said that the thing was copyrighted in 1164 instead of 1964. Billy Mae Dinsmore really was the voice of Rudolph, but she was not the voice of Blanche the Wicked Witch in the 86 cartoon. That was actually Sally Struthers was the voice of the Wicked Witch. Okay, guys, let's recap the game. After 2 rounds, the final score is 7-5, where Ashley is our big winner. Yay. Congratulations, Ashley. God, do we have a sound effect?
Oh, wait, well, just give her the winning sound effect there.
Hey, congratulations. Good job.
For Ashley. Congratulations. Yes. And a Merry Christmas to both of you.
Yes.
Thank you very much for playing, and thank you everyone for listening and playing along at home. Wonder how... So, how did you do? Would you have won if you were playing along with us? Maybe you can play in a future episode. Reach out if you're interested. I'm at christmaspastpodcast@gmail.com. Join me again at the same time next week where I'll have something special for you for the last preseason episode for 2022. Until then, let me remind you that Christmas Past is produced in wonderful Willow Glen, California by yours truly, Brian Earl. Thanks so much to Todd Killian from Christmas Clatter. Thanks to Laura and Ashley. And as always, thank you for listening. And now is the perfect time to send a Christmas memory to appear in an episode later this season. All you have to do is record a voice memo into your phone and send it to christmaspastpodcast@gmail.com. Keep it reasonably short, clean, and family-friendly, and be sure to say your name and where you're from. Let's stay connected all season long. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And please join our private Christmas Past Facebook group if you haven't yet. And hey, if you're really feeling the Christmas spirit, why not help more people discover the show? It's as easy as telling a friend about it or leaving a review on Apple Podcasts. If you do leave a review, I'll send you a Christmas Past sticker, and a handwritten Christmas card is my way of saying thanks. Reach out for details. And until we meet again, may your days be merry and bright.